Hey, what's good, Aquarius? This is gonna be the Why They Do You Dirty spread, or read. It's due to a song I did, right, called Why They Do You Dirty. I did back in 2023 on a little EP called Me and My Shadow. This is a video I made to it. I'm gonna put the link in the comments and in the description. If you want to go hype it up, like, comment. I'm doing this for you. You want to do that for me, right? So that'd be beautiful, right? So, okay. Why they do you dirty, Aquarius, right? So this is someone you dealt with in the past. Maybe you never got closure. Maybe there's some shadow work going on right now and you want to know why they did you dirty. Wow. Interesting. Right away. The same, I think, Gemini just got this. It's like if it comes back, it's either meant to be or it's a roach. So the same, right? Maybe you had someone from the past come back and you figured, oh, it's meant to be, but it already hadn't worked, right? It should have already ended how it ended. And that should have been the wow, look at it again. Like first I feel like if you took them back, this is what happened in the past, right? Not to say this is how it is now. So don't shoot the messenger, but maybe when they came back to you, right? It was like your guard wasn't up, right? Your normal high vibrational self would have repelled this person, right? Your aura is a little crusty. Maybe that's why they were able to penetrate through your situation because you were at that moment kind of an equal vibrational match, or you wouldn't have taken them back. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have given them that opportunity. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm the whatever. Maybe there was a little ego thing, and that's why they were able to break through the defenses. Just because you're spiraling doesn't mean you're ascending. Maybe something, the more chaos there was, maybe you were like, well, this is part of my ascension. That's why there's more things trying to stop me and this and that. And maybe you thought the connection was under attack by an outside force, but the truth is, that came out for somebody where it's like the anxiety was the person you were with. Imagine that you're always like with your partner and you're like, oh, I have this weird feeling. We got to be careful. Something's going on. And then next thing you know, like you're not aware that the reason you're getting that bad feeling is because you're sitting next to that person that's giving you the bad feeling, right? That's pretty deep. So let me see. One more for Aquarius. Wow. Okay. I don't know why this came out again. Stop saying you're manifesting when you're really just daydreaming and avoiding action. Maybe that goes with that. Your thing, you were in a crusty kind of aura, right? Like you weren't really doing the work, right? Maybe you were just like, oh, it's fine. Maybe because you were in the midst of healing, you weren't really doing the work or something like that, right? That's kind of what I'm getting. Yeah. I mean, at least it makes sense, right? Aquarius, hopefully you're not mad at the reading, but it's almost like they did you dirty because it had already not worked out. You know what I mean? There really wasn't. Yeah, see, you had to have the strength to like. It was almost like a test. I hate to say it that way, but it was right. That eight, it was like a karmic lesson that you were supposed to learn, and the universe was testing you straight up, no cap, as the cool kids say, and they wanted to see, right? Almost like, man, they wanted to see if you could tame that lion, if you had already, because the solar plexus, right? If you were ready to stand in your truth, ready to feel aware of how powerful you are. Yup, see? Wow, and the tower hit, bam, the tower had a hit because you weren't listening, right? So, okay, you're gonna go at it again. And 16, 80, 88, right? 88. Maybe your birthday's 88. Maybe the 8, right? Again, emphasizing and then the world. So that cycle is closed. That's the good news. I guess you had to experience it twice to really, I guess you had to experience it twice to really get the message. Yeah, it feels like that's what happened. You had to go through it twice. But the cycle's closed. That's the good news. It's done, right? It was a karmic lesson that you had to learn. You learned it, and so now let's see what's kind of in store for. And now you have to stay. There it is again. Now you have the opportunity. So this person, I wouldn't be surprised if they return again, no matter how long it's been, a couple years, months, weeks. You're gonna get that opportunity again. Are you going to stand in your strength, stand in your truth when that person comes a knocking again? So let's see. Just pull extra to see who else, who might this person be, right? Just so you know what to look out for. Okay, that was already flipped over, so let me do that again. So obviously it could be a Leo. I think isn't the tower Scorpio and Aries. The world is obviously Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo. Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo. Yeah, so a lot of Leo in there. Wow. Okay, maybe a Gemini even. Maybe a Taurus again. Yeah. Maybe they've been in their head or you have over it, but this hopefully should bring you closure that it was a karmic lesson. So hopefully, if you have been in that mental prison, regret, loss, conflicted, either that karma's hitting them or you haven't fully understood that it was just a karmic lesson, you know, time to kind of let go of it, right? Make healthier decisions would be what I would say, So it's gonna, yeah, you're gonna, the cycle's closed though. So don't reopen a new karmic cycle, right? The tower and the world hit, right? Like you can't make that stuff up. So I think on that note, yeah, it was just a karmic lesson, Aquarius. That's why they did you dirty. I don't know what was the contract before that, right? You know, I don't think you need to. I was gonna say, hey, I even offer readings, right? If you really want to get into that whole Akashic records or why the karmic cycle, right? Was it a past life thing, this and that? But I think you already got the answers. It was a karmic thing, and so it is what it is from whatever situation it was, right? You have the opportunity to close that out, right? But regardless, I mean, I put the links in the description always for like the readings and all that. But anyways, I'm gonna put a link to the video as well, right? I did this for you. Even if you didn't like the reading, go hype up my new song or video. Um, yeah, like, comment, hype, all that good stuff. All right. Thank you, Aquarius. Yeah, let me know if that resonated. All right, peace.